What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be doing it again. We are going to be buying the entire Proof of Mastery shop here. We're going to be able to do this pretty quickly after they have refreshed the shop at the beginning of part 3 here. Because obviously you can see up at the top here, I have a massive amount of this item collected because I have been doing constant link leveling basically in the Training in the Cloud stage since this event originally came out, right? So yeah, very quickly, first we're gonna go ahead and pick up all of the items here. As you can see, they have added a bunch more exclusive skill orbs for various characters, a couple of which we have just seen get easy A's or super easy A's, and then some that have not. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a further discussion about that. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick up all these items requests real quick, and then we will switch over to the Hidden Potential tab, and we will take a look at, all of the different characters that these EX skill orbs are available for, and then on top of that, there are a couple of different things that I want to mention about the Training in the Clouds event itself, right? Okay, so we do have quite a few of these this time. I believe there's 4 characters this time around. So we have the AGL Full Power Frieza and then the INT Namek Goku that got their easy A's. They have a list of exclusive skill orbs here, and then we also have the Super Easy A for the INT Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's got skill orbs here, and then the very last character is going to be the INT Super Gogeta. That is the Super INT 120% lead. So that is the interesting and funky pick, right? Obviously, in part 1, the 3 characters that they gave the skill orbs for were going to be the AGL Super Vegito that got his Super Easy A at the start of the anniversary here, and then also the GT Super Saiyan Goku and the AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta, who both... the GT Super Saiyan Goku hasn't even gotten a normal Easy A yet, and then, obviously, the Evolution Blue Vegeta wouldn't be due for a Super Easy A for a very long time. But they did announce that all of these exclusive skill orbs were going to be given to characters that are going to awaken during the celebration period, right? So, we'll have to stay tuned and see if there's some EX part nonsense, that gives some awakenings to these characters. But yeah, it seems like the INT Super Gogeta might be included in that roster now. Okay, so there we go. Even with the entire shop fully purchased again, I still have 24,000 of these sitting. No surprise there. I assumed that was going to happen upon the inception of this event, just because of how much I've been using it to link level, right? So yeah, before we'll go ahead and do the skill orb selection and stuff very last in the video. But the first thing that I want to talk about is just like I really find it necessary here to reiterate how good this event is for link leveling. So right now, today it is. Oh, I guess I can switch over to this view here. Okay, so you guys can see the little calendar in the bottom corner of the screen. It is currently February 22nd. When this event originally came out. You can see I posted my video for it on February 10th. I believe it came out just the day before, and then I posted the video the very next morning. So yeah, it's been out for almost 2 weeks now. And the day that this event first came out, I hit 17 million power level, like, in a day. I was like 50k under, and then I grinded a bunch of it, and I also did some of the guaranteed link level event to boost my power level to get over 7 million, or 17 million rather. But yeah, then I blew past 17 million pretty easily in a day with access to this event here. So yeah, that was where my power level started out. Let's take a quick update, check in and see where we're at now, 2 weeks later. So we are at 17,451. So this actually is a little bit underwhelming in my opinion, but there's a couple of specific reasons why, right? So, typically speaking, I can gain about 1 million power level in a month. So the fact that I am just under 2 weeks, and I'm just under 500k earned, means I'm directly on track to be earning power level at the exact same rate that I normally am. But if we're playing the best link level stage in the game that's ever existed, right, getting you link levels quicker than we've ever been able to do before, then that obviously shouldn't be the case. The reason why that is, though, is because of the 10th anniversary, right? There's just a massive overload of content, and there's so much extra stuff that I have to do in game that is taking a lot of my time and attention away from being able to link level, right? Not only have I been grinding a lot of the challenge content stages, which, normally if I wasn't making YouTube videos around them, I don't really care about no item runs or anything like that. I usually just hop in and get the things, collect whatever missions I can, like get all the missions done, get the events cleared as quickly as possible. I'll use items, I'll use the most broken teams, whatever cheese strategies I need to get through to get the content done as quickly as possible so I can get back to link leveling. But as a few of my videos recently have indicated, I am not doing that for the showcases of new events that I'm doing for the YouTube channel. I will attempt to do no item runs. Sometimes I will nerf myself a little bit as far as the team building goes. And that can and has resulted in, 2 hours straight of me attempting the same exact stage over and over and over, and that just eats into a lot of the link leveling time, right? So another thing to consider is, aside from that, there was also an entire day where the event wasn't available. So that is definitely, it's not huge, but that is something to consider, right? When the event went down for maintenance because they were going to add all of this new stuff to the shop for it, and they also updated the drop rate for the Proof of Masteries. You do get more per run now, right? Which I suppose I might as well show off while we're rambling here. So let me go ahead and do a couple of runs on the event while we're talking. Might as well. But yeah, all of that being considered. And then another thing is, over the past couple of weeks, I want to say we've had something like 5 data downloads, I'm pretty sure. Close to. If that's not the exact number, it's been close. And something very annoying that's been going on. I don't know what has started this issue, but I'm hoping that I can get to the bottom of it sooner rather than later, because it is quite annoying. So, obviously, whenever there's a data download, you are, prompted within game to download it, and you are unable to play the game until you can do that data download, right? Because of my work schedule and the hours of the day that I am typically working comparative to the times of day that these data downloads are proccing, there have been quite a few days where I just got to work and I'm not going to be home for, close to another 8 hours, and then a data download hits. And because I'm not on Wi-Fi at home, I don't have very good Wi-Fi access where I work, the data download just won't download. And I'll be stuck on this infinite loading screen that just never prompts the data download to go. I'll just be basically stuck at the home screen of the game with the little, Nimbus Cloud Goku loading thing just sitting there forever. And legitimately, it'll just buffer like that for hours, and I literally can't, download the data downloads. So yeah, I've attempted to connect to, the free Wi-Fi we have at my workplace. I've attempted to do it on data, but it's really tough because I do work in a mall, so there's just a lot of other, cell phone service and other electronics that are bugging down signals. There's also a movie theater directly above the building that I work in, so that tends to block a lot of service as well. So yeah, that has meant that there is about 4 or 5 different days where I would have gotten 8 hours of link leveling done. Obviously it's not quite as an intense of a link leveling session as when I'm just, chilling at home in front of my PC. But, that is still a lot of link leveling that I haven't been able to get done because I've been locked out of the game for significant portions of the day. So yeah, if you add all of that stuff up, there is actually quite an extensive amount of time that I haven't been link leveling. There are also just a couple of other things that have been going on in my life. My bestest friend in the world is actually going to be moving away, across state lines, pretty soon here, so I have been spending a lot of time with them, and so that eats into the Dokkan time as well. So there are just quite a few things to consider here. I haven't been link leveling basically quite as hardcore as I'm typically used to. Come on, Cord. You can do it. There we go. Bump that one. That one was actually my bad. That wasn't just a a random ghost Cord drop. I actually kicked it that time. But yeah, so if we consider all of those things, it actually is very impressive that my power level has almost gone up another 500k, right? So I'm hoping that for the next couple of weeks, some of these things won't be as true as they have been, and I will be able to get a little bit more link leveling in. You know, obviously, I do want to take full advantage of this amazing event as much as I can while it's here. Just because, you know, I do still have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of characters left to link level in my box. And, you know, we are getting it done a lot quicker with this event available. But obviously, I believe as of March 6th, it will no longer be available to us. And then I will have to go back to the quest stage 35-6 to continue my link level journey, right? And I did get a sour taste of that for the day that the Training in the Clouds went in maintenance. So I went back to my quest stage and started grinding again, and then I just got a huge awakening about like how like slow the links are actually going to level up comparative to this stage. So yeah, it is gonna be a very feels bad moment when this event goes away. So yeah. I guess that's enough about that. Okay, and then there we go. We did actually manage to get one of the 12 drops. So this is something that'll commonly happen when you're running the stage now, is you'll drop 12 of the Proof of Masteries at a time. So that is good. We're definitely picking up a lot more of those. Alright, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the different characters, you know, that we just picked up all of those equips for. Okay, perfect. So the very first unit I guess we'll take a look at here is the AGL Full Power Frieza. Okay, so here's all the equips that we just earned for Full Power Frieza. So it looks like for the bronze slot, we've got access to a level 3 dodge, and then a level 8 of either attack or defense. This is kind of an interesting choice here between, I mean, obviously, I'm probably not going to go attack. Most of the time, I do build my units defensively, and considering the intense amount of damage reduction on this unit, and the fact that he does do pretty well in slot 1, you know, we're definitely going to want to try to maximize the defense here. But I don't know if it's going to be smarter for me to go with the full dodge or with the defense there. We'll take a look at like the build that he's got once we jump back in game here, and then you know, make our final decision about that. So for the silver slot, we either have a 3 crit and additional, or we have what is it? Oh, I see. It's only 2. Oof, that's actually not that good. Wow. Okay, so the 3/3 is decent, but then this is only 2 additional and 4 defense. That's actually really low. I don't think any of these 3 silver equips are worth it. Like, I would much rather just be putting level 5s on them. Yeah, I mean, I guess you are getting the extra defense, which is nice, but that's not really that great. I guess these ones are alright, because they are buffed up to level 4. I would much rather go with the additionals for this guy. So, yeah, I probably will end up putting maybe this gold equip on him. I'm probably not going to put any of these silver ones on him, and then we'll have to decide between the two. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look in game here and see what he's got. So it looks like once upon a time I did give him a full additional build. So yeah, he is already maxed out on additionals there. I suppose because we can rely on this Frieza to do a lot of additional attacks, maybe we should go for the extra defense here. Yeah, I suppose that couldn't be the worst thing. And these are EX skill orbs, right? So if it ever feels like the build isn't working, I can come and change these at any point. But I guess for now, we'll go ahead and put the full defense on him. And then, yeah, if we take a look at the silver equip that I've got on him now, I have a 2 crit, or a 2 combo 5 crit. That is already better than what they're offering us there. So I'm just going to leave that on there, especially because this is not an EX skill orb, so I'll lose it if I detach it. And then what do we have on him here? We have... Oh, I already have an even better EX skill orb that is providing me with 4 crit and... Oh, I guess it's 4 combo attack and 5 crit. Oh, maybe that isn't better, because I don't really need the critical hit for him. I think I would rather have the defense. So yeah, let's go ahead and find that EX skill orb for him. Let's see. It'll have additional and defense. Is it this one here? Yes. Additional and defense. Okay, perfect. So we're going to get 1,200 points of defense and then lose those extra points of crit that we had on there. 5 points of crit. And then we're breaking even with the additional. But overall, I think that that's probably a little bit better of a build for him. So yeah, that works out. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next character, which is going to be the INT Namek Goku here. Okay, so it looks like we have the exact same list of orbs. I mean, I guess I wasn't looking too closely when we were purchasing all of them, but I would assume that we're going to get the exact same list of orbs for all of them. So Goku has a very similar build to Frieza. He's just not... He has a lot of the same abilities of, like, you know, getting the additional attack guaranteed if he's in slot 1 and gets hit first and stuff. But he's not quite as built for slot 1. You're definitely going to want to keep this guy, especially early in the fight, keep this guy in slot 2 or 3. So that is one difference to consider with this character. I think probably going with the defense here, just to allow him to build up that defense as much as possible, is going to be very, very useful for him, right? The dodge was something to consider with the Frieza because of all the damage reduction that he has. He doesn't rely on the defense quite as heavily, but this Goku, without the insane amount of damage reduction, definitely needs the defense, right? So we're going to go with this defense orb for the bronze for sure. Again, for the silvers, these are just really undertuned. I probably won't end up putting one on there, unless there's, like, nothing on him now. We'll see. And then it would be a definite increase. And then on top of here, yeah, same deal. I'll probably just go with the additional and defense for him. Alright, so let's go ahead and take care of business here. Looks like, again, we gave a full additional build, which kind of does make sense. And then we've got a lot of additional orbs as well. Okay, so we'll throw the defense for him here. And then, yeah, it looks like I don't have an amazing skill orb in that silver slot, so if even the one that they're giving us here is not going to be, like, optimal for this character, it would probably make more sense for me to just put something else even besides what we've got here, but I guess I might as well throw it on just because it's going to be better than this. I don't think that this is, like, you know, the final answer. Definitely just a level 3 additional is not what I want to be occupying that slot, right? Man, this is tough. Okay. They've really got to add some better, like, filtering options and stuff for these equips. It's getting kind of out of hand at this point. Okay, let me go back to the top. Let's see. Where are we at here? Is it this one? Yeah, that one there. Okay, so yeah, we'll throw this on him. We're going to lose 1 point of additional, but then with the extra defense we gain from it, I think that that's a worthwhile trade-off. Because, again, Goku is really, really going to benefit from that extra defense, right? So maxing out the defense selections here is going to be a good idea. Okay, and then we've got this one. So, again, we're going to lose a couple points of additional here, but then we do gain some more defense. So, there we go. Now he is looking very, very powerful defensively. I will be intrigued to see how few turns it'll take for him to be able to get over 1 million defense now, right? Alright, so that is Namek Goku. Let's move on to the next, which is going to be the INT Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I actually don't have any equips on him at all yet, rather than just this one crappy one for the bronze slot, right? Alright, so same deal. He has got the same pool of equips here. Now, this is a character that is built very differently, right? He has always been a very, very strong attacker, not someone that you really depend on for his defensive capabilities, and I think even if we were to fully max out all of his defensive stuff, it would be a matter of he's just got to, like, dodge supers and stuff in order to live. Like, he's still not going to look great defensively, even with a full defensive build, just because his kit isn't really like, aligned for that, right? So I think with this character, this is one of those rare times where I am actually probably going to give him an offensive build and try and max him out offensively. So for the bronze slot, we will be giving him the full attack here. And then, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Would I maybe go with the crit and additional for him? rather than like the crit and defense, I think I probably will go with the crit and additional for him. I think that that makes sense. And then we'll do the crit and defense for the gold slot. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go. Yeah, let's jump back in game and make that happen. Okay, so we'll go full attack here. Awesome. And then for that silver slot, we had the... Oh, see, like, this is something that could be even better, right? This is crit and attack, rather than giving crit and defense. I think something like this could be, like, something I'm more keen to put on this character than even the thing with the defense. So, yeah, I think, honestly, I might end up just putting that specific orb there. Yeah, I don't really see why not. I think I am gonna skip out on his exclusive skill orb for that, and we'll just go with the crit and attack. Yeah. It is pretty rare for me to do a full crit on a character, but he already has, you know, all his hidden potential nodes are set up for full crit with the additional secondary, right? And because he's an INT character, he gets the free level 5 dodge, so he at least has that going for him as well. And then, yeah, I guess for this one, we might as well just do the exclusive orb for him. Oh, well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, right? With the exclusive orb, we're only getting, what is it, 4 points of critical hit and then adding some defense. And because it is so rare for me to actually use critical hit, you know, orbs on a character, because I never do crit builds, I have a ton of crit stuff that is available here. So yeah, I have a lot of like level 5 crits where we're actually going to be able to get a little bit of extra crit, and then maybe something more attack oriented like this one with the super attack boost here. How much is that super attack boost? 4. Yeah, see, like this could look very, very good on him, right? So I think I'm probably going to like attach this orb instead. And then now he just has like a full crit build. So yeah, I don't know. These equips are like a little bit undertuned, and for some of the like side characters you're maybe not going to be using quite as much, they could be good just because then they're not occupying, you know, using up equips that you could be using on other good characters. But some of these characters here are like, you know, top 20 characters in the game right now. Like these are very, very good units that you're going to want to be using. So you might as well give them the best equips that you've got. But yeah, so I think I'm happy with that build. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the final unit here that we've got, which is the INT Gogeta. So this is going to be more of an interesting one because we have to do a little bit of prediction, right? We don't yet have, you know, the info for his potential Super EZA, which, regardless of if it does end up happening during this celebration, obviously the very next awakening that this character will get eventually in time is his Super EZA. So we do have to consider his kit as far as, like, the skeleton of it to kind of predict what sort of thing we can expect to see from his Super EZA. And I think that this character is just modern enough to be able to kind of predict those things, right? He does have a pretty small kit because he is very old, but I think, you know, he is new enough. Like, it's obviously very hard to predict with some of those, like, first year Dokkan Fests and things like that because they have, like, literally one line of text in their passive and that's it. But we can at least see the idea here that he is going to be focused around selecting rainbow key spheres, which are going to be giving him, you know, some, I mean, he's got dodge built in here, he's got some crit and extra attack built in, and then attacks effective against all type, so it seems like he's going to have a somewhat of a balance between offensive and defensive mechanics, definitely because it's a Gogeta card, and he already has the attacks effective against all types in base here. We know that they're not going to get rid of that when he gets a Super EZA, so we don't really need to focus on critical hit for him is the really important thing. So mainly we would be focusing on like dodge or, you know, additionals or whatever. So yeah, keeping that in mind. And then also taking a glance at his super attack effect, which is not going to change when the Super EZA happens. He is raising defense and then lowering the enemy's attack and defense. So all things to consider there. Okay, so this guy actually does have slightly different equips. There's actually just one change up here, and that's with the gold ones. He doesn't have the access to those same gold equips. I think his gold equips are actually better than the ones they were giving us for the other characters here. So we either, obviously all of these ones are exactly the same, and then these here, he's got a 5 additional 3 crit, and then a 5 crit 3 additional. So yeah, I think with this character, I would obviously want to go with the additional one here. I guess having the crit can be nice. It's really not going to help you do that much more damage because of the attack's effective, but it can add a little bit more there. So yeah, that should be fine. And then for the silver slot, I'm probably just going to go with the additional in defense. And then I think for the bronze slot on this one, I'm actually just going to go with the dodge for now. I think that would make the most sense based on what his kit does for now. And then obviously we can change this up when his Super Easy A does eventually drop, right? All right, so let's go ahead and give him these equips really quick. The 3 dodge is going to be buried down there because it's only level 3. So we do got to filter by evasion to find that a little easier. There we go. All right, and then the silver slots, we've got to do... Actually, let's do this, defense, because there's going to be very few orbs there. Ah, yeah, there we go. That was the big brain play. Okay, so we'll do the additional in defense, and then, yeah, because we want to do the 5 additional 3 crit, let's filter by combo attack, and then we'll go level 5. There should be very few things here. Well, there is still quite a few, but... easy enough to find, and then we just got to find the one that is the character exclusive. Because obviously there's multiple that have both of these. There we go, it's for this one here. Just to make sure, 5 combo attack and, yeah, 3 crit. Okay, cool. So there we go. With his updated orbs, he's got a decent build on there as well. He's also got an offensive build. Not bad, though, not bad, though. Okay. Well, there we go, and then yeah, we'll have to stay tuned to see what his Super Easy A is going to look like and see if this equip build holds up, right? Okay, I think that is just about everything that I wanted to go over for, the Training in the Clouds updates and the Proof of Mastery shop and stuff. I suppose it is also possible that they give us... more. Oh, I was gonna go back to the shop, but I forgot because I bought everything. The shop is actually gone, so I don't even have access to it anymore. Whoopsie. Well, that's fine. But yeah, I would assume like it's still possible, especially we're pretty sure we would get an EX part to the anniversary here, and I guess it is possible to see another update for that Proof of Mastery shop. I was incorrect in my assumption that if they were going to update the shop at all, they were going to only add exclusive equips and that they weren't going to add more Kais and stones and awakening medals and stuff like that. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that I was wrong about that one. We were able to pick up some good rewards. So now I'm really, really hoping that they do refresh that shop again, because obviously it'll be super easy for me to go and buy absolutely everything in there and get some, another... good stack of rewards. But yeah, so if you have not yet finished grinding up all of these stuff in the shop, just know that it's a little bit easier to do now with the better drop rates on the Proof of Mastery item. So yeah, jump in there and grab all your exclusive skill orbs before it is too late. Oh, yeah. That is the last thing that I wanted to double check. Because of the event revamp, I just want to double check that the date that it is disappearing is the same as before, right? Because before the revamp, it was March 6th, but I would be curious to see if they have updated or changed that at all. So once we finish this run right here, we will... quickly double check the day that this event is going away. That way you know how long you have left to grind all this stuff up, and then we will finish out the video there. All right, nice, and we get a level 10 link out of it. Love that, love that. Did that actually finish that character? I think maybe? I'm not sure where he was at. Oh, well, actually, probably not, because I had to take a solid break to farm up the... Kaioken Goku and Grade 8 Vegeta Easy A, so I wasn't playing this. And then the story events, the new story events for the free-to-play characters, I had to farm up as well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah, it looks like the disappearing time is going to be March 6th, the exact same time that it was before. So there we go. That's we've got what, like 2 more weeks to be able to farm this event. So snap, get to it, folks.